I think you could already tell, but this is who I have winning the World Cup this year. Yeah, I don't think USA really stands a chance. We're more of a football and baseball kind of country, and basketball than a soccer. But good luck to every 31 teams in the field. Yeah, Canada already beat whoever they just beat. I think it was South Africa. As far as who I think the final will be, I think it's going to be Spain versus England. I will say England locked out with their bracket. But anyways, let's get straight to football, because I got something crazy going on. Welcome back to Grizzly Talks Football, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally back in Season 3. In this episode, of course, we have the SEC Conference Ranking Predictions. Gonna go for all Power 4 conferences. I may do Pac-12 and American just for fun too. But this is gonna be fun. Hope you guys are up for the ride, and without further delay, let's get straight to it. So of course, how these tier lists are gonna go, we're gonna have 5 different tiers. Top one is championship contenders. Those are the teams that are the cream of the crop, the tippy top of the conference. Very good. Like, they're very good teams, but just not quite enough to be championship contenders just yet. Solid basically means middle of the pack. Failed to meet expectations, or like the disappointing teams that are below average. And then bottom feeders, well, the name is pretty self-explanatory. But let's start off with Alabama. I don't think they're out just yet. I'm going to put them in very good. That's really because they have a chance to be very solid, but just not quite enough to be what they used to be. They used to be championship contenders every single season, but now, yeah, they're just a tier below right now, until they can prove me otherwise. Kalen DeBoer has proved that he can win big games, like Georgia. However, it's just those games that people expect Alabama to win outright that they struggle with. I mean, think about last season. Lost to Florida State, made it close with Missouri and South Carolina. That South Carolina team actually went like 3-9 or something like that. And then, of course, 2 years ago, with like a 6-win Vanderbilt, a 6-win Oklahoma. Like, it's just been an up and down case for DeBoer. Can deliver in the biggest games of the season, but then those games that you always expected to win don't exactly turn out the way you expect. If DeBoer is going to keep his job, he needs to stop making it close with these unranked teams. Those big wins are going to help him keep his job, but if he wants to fully secure it, he needs to start winning outright those little games that people expected to win but end up being traps. Up next, we have the Arkansas Razorbacks. I'm going to put them in bottom feeders. Just compared to the rest of the conference, Arkansas, I mean, they're coming off a 2-10 season. They just fired Sam Pittman, and now they hired Ryan Silverfield, who used to coach Memphis. And he actually wasn't a bad coach either. Led him to back-to-back 10-win seasons. Had a bit of a down year in his final year before he left. But I do think he has a lot to work with. I think he just needs more time right now. Can't really judge him yet. I mean, he did send a running back to the NFL through the draft. But as far as the rest of the team goes, I'm not so sure. Next team on this list, we got the Auburn Tigers. They got a new head coach. They fired Hugh Freeze, and now they have Alex Golesh from USF. And he did bring some of his South Florida players to Auburn, so that could definitely help with the experience and familiarity with the system. I actually do think Auburn will be solid. I think they will definitely be better than 5-7. Maybe like 7 or 8 wins. Not quite there, but they'll actually be a pretty formidable opponent. And maybe, just maybe, they might be able to win an Iron Bowl for the first time since 2019. But that is a big maybe. And believe it or not, Auburn had the 9th best transfer portal class in the entire country. This includes players like Byron Brown, Deshaun Womack, Cody Sigler from Arkansas State. Oh yeah, Bryson Washington, that running back from Baylor, that's a big one. And also Jonathan Eccles. Oh yeah, and LSU D lineman Walter Mathis Jr. So yeah, they do have some good players coming into Auburn, so that's why I think they will definitely be better than what they were with Hugh Freeze. Good luck, Auburn. Next up, we got the Florida Gators. They also got a new head coach in Tulane head coach John Sumrall. Also known as the guy who led Tulane to their first ever college football playoff berth. Florida had a very disappointing 4-8 season, but they did beat a top 10 Texas during that time. They also had a handful of wins as well under Billy Napier that somehow let him keep his job. So they do still have a little bit of pedigree left, to be able to get them back to being a solid team, make it a bowl game, maybe 8 or 9 wins perhaps. Transfer portal was a little disappointing. You know, they do have guys like Aaron Philo and also, I'm trying to look here, it was Singleton Jr. from Auburn. They didn't do too much in the transfer portal, but maybe they didn't need to do so. It's actually going to be very interesting to see what Florida can do this season. I'm definitely a little intrigued by that. Next up, we got Georgia. I mean, they're automatic championship contenders. I mean, Kirby Smart has made the playoffs, like, what, 3 straight times? Oh, wait, it was 2, but still. Back-to-back SEC championships, actually 3 SEC titles in the last 4 seasons, and they are coming in here as defending champs, and they're probably going to be the favorite to repeat, unless you're Texas. But look, man, the Georgia Bulldogs still have Gunnar Stockton. They got Isaiah Canyon now for Georgia Tech. Dante Dowdle from Kentucky, so they do have some SEC experience. Didn't need to do too much in the transfer portal. They are a little bummed out they lost 5-star Jared Curtis. Let's see what happens here. Next up, we got the Kentucky Wildcats. Unfortunately, I do think they're going to be a bottom feeder as well for the first time ever head coach. No, seriously, Will Stein is in his very first head coaching job as a coach. I will say, though, they had actually a top 10 transfer portal class this upcoming season. Guys like Lance Hurd from Tennessee, Colton Price from Baylor on the offensive line, and also Tegra Shabola. Their new quarterback might be Notre Dame's Kenny Minchie, and linebacker Elijah Barnes is also there, and Jordan Castell from Florida. So Will Stein has actually been doing some work in the transfer portal, but I will say he is a good quarterback coach. Just came from Oregon. I mean, he coached guys like Bo Nix, Dylan Gabriel, and Dante Moore. That's a really good quarterback pedigree. So do not be surprised if Kenny Minchie balls out too. It's his first year SEC head coach, so I don't know what to expect from him. I trust Silverfield a lot more than I do Stein. I'm not sure how he's going to do his very first year coaching, but just want me to find out, right? Next up, we got LSU. As much as I hate to say it, because I despise Lane Kiffin, yeah, I think LSU is going to be very good. I mean, especially with the #1 transfer portal class in the entire country. He was able to get 3 5-star transfers to come over, including quarterback Sam Levitt, edge defender Prince Will Mamila from Ole Miss, and offensive tackle Jordan Seaton from Colorado. This guy, Lane Kiffin, had 41 transfers come to his team. Oh yeah, also thanks to a guy who used to coach LSU, Ed Orgeron. I'm glad Lane Kiffin toned down the expectations. He did say in an interview that this team went 7-6 the previous season. He hopes to build it one step at a time. He's doing the exact opposite of what Brian Kelly did, and guess what? Kelly got fired. So at least in this case, Lane Kiffin is humble. I still despise the guy. The guy's a snake. But I tell you, he could coach his butt off. Just don't tell Tennessee and USC that. This team is definitely one of the teams that could make the playoff, the 12-team playoff for the first time in their history. I mean, they've been to the championship game before, and they've won a national championship. 2019 LSU. 2026 LSU won't be nearly as close to that team, but I do think they still have a good chance of perhaps making the playoff. Next up, we got Mississippi State Bulldogs. As much as I hate to do this, I think they're more of failing to meet expectations. I think they will definitely be one of the bottom 4 teams in the conference. Jeff Lebby, a head coach, and unfortunately they had the worst transfer portal class of the group, really of the conference. I mean, they still have Kamario Taylor, still have Marquise Johnson and Anthony Evans. Oh no, they got Marquise Johnson for the transfer portal, and edge defender Amari Williams, and also D-lineman Dylan Evans. So honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world. However, that was a magical season for Mississippi State. I mean, knocking off Arizona State, nearly beating Texas and Tennessee. Let's see what Mississippi State can do. Can they make that next step and make a bowl game? Let's find out. Next we got Missouri Tigers. I'm going to put them in solid. I think they're actually been a pretty respectable team. Couldn't exactly make the playoffs for the first 12-team era year, but as far as 2025, a little bit died down in expectations, but maybe this is an improvement year. I mean, especially with the middle-of-the-pack transfer portal, especially with guys like Austin Simmons, Robert Woodyard Jr., and even Kamar Morgan to replace Damon Wilson, who went to Miami. They definitely got some good stability in their head coach. It's just, can they take the next step and beat some of these really good teams in the SEC. Haven't been able to do that yet, but let's see if they can. Next up, we got Oklahoma Sooners. I'm going to say fail to meet expectations. We kind of know how the Venables experience works by now. 6-win team, 10-win team, 6-win team, 10-win team, and now we're going back to a 6-win team, huh? Maybe they can break the trend though, however, especially with guys in the transfer portal in the middle of the pack class with Parker Livingstone, Marion Harris from Arkansas, and Hayden Hanson from Florida. Parker Livingstone, of course, from Texas. John Mateer does have some weapons now on offense, so let's see if he can make it work. Y'all know Venables is a good defense, it's just, can the offense score? Up next, we have Ole Miss. I'm going to put them in just on the edge of very good, close to championship contenders, but I'm not so sure yet. Trinidad Chambliss is coming back, controversially. Keiwan Lacey is back. Do have the offense to get back out there. My biggest concern is, what's the defense going to look like without Prince William Meelan? And will Deuce Knight be a good backup plan instead of Austin Simmons if Chambliss ends up getting injured? Top transfers for Ole Miss include Darryl Gill, Carius Kern, and Keaton Thomas. Believe it or not, the second best transfer portal class of the conference. Oh yeah, number 2 in the country too. Actually, you know what? I mean, number 2 transfer portal class, they're ahead of a team that's going to be a championship contender. Let's just put them there. I mean, Ole Miss literally almost made it to the national championship. They didn't even win their conference championship, much less big one. I really do hope that Pete Goldie becomes a great head coach for them. I mean, he might be a better coach than Lane Kiffin ever was. Go prove that I was wrong, Pete. Up next, we got South Carolina. I'm going to say fail to meet expectations, so they're going to be a little disappointing. I think they'll definitely be better than what we were last season. I mean, especially since they got quarterback Norris Sellers, and they got a 5-star transfer that could protect him. Yeah, they got NC State offensive tackle Shakarius Pete to commit to the Gamecocks. They also got some players coming in like Tomiwa Dorojaye from Illinois and ECU's Emmanuel Poku. This could be an interesting year for South Carolina, and it could be the last chance for Shane Beamer to take South Carolina to some great things. Otherwise, he might be shown the door. 4 teams left. Next up, Tennessee Volunteers with Josh Heupel. He's going to be very good. I still have some belief in what Josh Heupel is building there. Nassau's welcoming a couple defenders to their team, including edge defender for Penn State Chaz Coleman, Penn State D lineman Xavier Gilliam, and Penn State linebacker Mark Campbell. Dang, they purged Penn State. Oh wait, no, never mind. Chaz Coleman's not even on the team anymore. Okay, so then cornerback Kayan Lee from Auburn. Like, it's not as good of a class as we're used to seeing from Tennessee. Really just not much need to do too much in the transfer portal, but definitely a little bit concerning for Tennessee fans out there. Josh Heupel's done a great job rebuilding this program into a very formidable opponent in the SEC. Let's see if he can take the next step. Let's see if he can beat the playoff and actually win a playoff game. And maybe not run into a very good Big Ten team that ultimately wins the national championship. Next up, we got Texas A&M. I'm going to go with very good, maybe right on the edge. I'm actually a little close to putting them in championship contenders like I used to do with Ole Miss, but this time I'm going to keep them very good. Really great season last season for A&M. Making the playoffs, getting an 11-win season. I mean, you can't ask for too much. And this is a great step in the right direction. Especially with a decent transfer portal consisting of guys like Ricky Gibson III from Tennessee, Isaiah Horton from Alabama, and Wilkin Formby from Alabama as well. Mike Elko has been building something amazing over there in College Station. Calfield going to be reliving their magic once again. Perhaps. Next up, we got Texas Longhorns. I mean, obviously, they're championship contenders. Steve Sarkisian, absolute amazing head coach. I mean, he led him to a playoff, but actually 2 college football playoff berths in his tenure. And he is only in his, 6th season? 3rd best recruiting class in the entire country, let alone the conference. 5-star receiver Cam Coleman from Auburn. They also got Hollywood Smothers from NC State, Ian Geffard from Arkansas on the D-line, and offensive lineman from Wake Forest, Melvin Siani. They had such high expectations back-to-back years. Disappointed last season. Let's see if they can meet those expectations this year. It's pretty much playoff or bust for the Horns. I mean, seriously. I mean, they got Arch Manning, the quarterback. And of course, finally, we have Vanderbilt. I'm going to say failing to meet expectations. They will make a bowl game, though. It's just, people think Vanderbilt's going to be this formidable team now that Clark Lee's coaching them, but I'm not too sure about them. I'm not sure what they're going to do without Diego Pavia. It was a great recruiting flip. I will give them that. It's just, for Jared Curtis to be in the same boat as Diego Pavia, we haven't seen him play yet. Vandy's transfer portal was near the bottom of the conference. I mean, their best players were edge defender from Iowa, Brian Allen Jr., ECU tight end Javonte Connor, supposed to be the Stowers replacement, and wide receiver from Old Dominion, Shakori Thomas. I don't think they're going to get back to that 10-win season for a while, but maybe they do still make a bowl game. I'm thinking like 7 to 8 wins, so they're probably going to fall right back down to earth. Again, Diego Pavia is in the NFL. Stowers is in the NFL. How do they build afterward? So that will do it for the SEC rankings for the preseason for the teams. We got over almost half of the field in these first 2 tiers. 3 championship contenders. 4 teams and failing to meet expectations. This is like making bowl games or being an elite team in the conference. All that stuff. Good luck to every SEC team in there. And that'll do it for this episode of Grizzly Talk Football. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button down there. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. This is the Grizz signing off for now. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, keep the Grizzly vibes with you at all times. Take it. We are so back.